Hi, my friends. Mm. Hi, everybody. All right. Hello, hello. So I'm getting on randomly. We're working on it. So I want to do a quick live. I don't know how long I'll go for. Well, less than 20 minutes. So I got a 1 o'clock. But I'm going to talk about anxiety or suppressed potency. And this has been up for a lot of people, and it's a huge topic. It's a topic in Hollywood, it's a topic on the planet about anxiety. And, I recently was looking at this and going, it's not actually anxiety, right? We label anxiety, which I totally get. There's like, if you're sitting here listening, you're like, oh my God, I have anxiety. So, yes, I'm not saying you don't. What I am saying is anxiety might be a suppressed potency, right? Most of us are not taught and not encouraged to be the brilliance that we truly be, right? I love you guys. Hi, everybody. Hello. That was my topic. You must have read my mind. Hello. Yeah, baby. I'm apparently really good at mind reading, right? And so it's really interesting because anxiety simply is an energy coming through the body to invite you into something. But what happens is, because it can't be explained, because it can't be denied, because it comes through like a volcano through your whole body, you're like, "La, la, la, la." And it's like, what if it's an explosion of possibilities that actually desires you and desires to come through you, but we're not taught how to access it. We're not taught how to encourage it. We're not like given these effective, healthy ways to invite it out. And so we tend to dumb it down, suppress it, hide it, stuff it, right? So, yeah. Hi, Haley. Hi, Sandy. You guys are awesome, right? So, hello, Renita. So, what I want to invite you guys, if you're watching this, is it anxiety or is it a potency that you have not been allowed to be? So whether it's in your marriage, whether it was growing up, whether like in your company or in your business or in your work environment or in your relationships, you're not allowed to be that potent. So because your parents didn't know what to do with it, your partner doesn't know what to do with it, people don't know what to do with it. So you stuff it, you hide it, you suppress it, right? So is it actually anxiety or is it suppressed potency? So when that energy comes out, what I think is to ask, wow, what's the potency? What am I hiding? What, right? What is this? And how can I let it out? So I know for me, when I'm feeling like that, I get out in nature. I go work out. I go for a run. I go for a mountain bike ride. I maybe I put on some tunes. Once in a great while, if none of those work, I will, drink some tequila, right? So not often, right? Not every day, but it's like, how can you let the energy out as a release, right? That actually gives you access to all this energy that could create a greater future. Now, I sort of feel like I'm speaking gibberish. Hopefully you guys are getting that right. Haley says that would be me. Ha ha ha. But that's all changing now. Exactly. So, what I want you to encourage you, if you're watching this and you're like, holy cow, she's speaking directly to me, I want you to ask this question: is what potency wants to come out and how can it come out with ease? Okay. What potency wants to come out and how can it come out with ease? Okay. And so you start to look at where are you misidentifying and misapplying, right? Sometimes giving a good scream into a pillow, punching a pillow, right? Like getting out and physically moving your body helps release that energy. I was just talking to someone who's like, I'm uncontrollably crying. What do I do? I'm like, your body's releasing. Don't label what's happening. And so here's the thing, my friends, is um, when we try to label things, we're trying to label it so we can define it, describe it, fix it, change it, figure out what it is. But a lot of times it's like, would you look at the Milky Way and would you watch the Milky Way and go, I don't understand? Would you watch the Milky Way and all of these shooting stars and try to label it? Or would you just look up at the sky? Excuse me. Would you just look up at the sky in total amazement? Yes, I love that. Hi, sweetness. What is the beautiful gift under this? Exactly. Exactly. Our energy wants to come out. And it's like you look up and you're like, you watch the Milky Way and you're like, oh my God, that's amazing. And so often we're taught that if our kids are going through, you know, a rough period, we're taught to label it or put it on medication. And a lot of times it's just an unexplained potency and an unexplained energy that wants to freaking come out. Right. And I love Ashley's question, what's the beautiful gift under this? And so, what is it that you have been suppressing that if you didn't suppress would be the gift, the magic, the beauty, the business, the money, the energy, the relationship, right? That you've always been asking for. It's just showing up because your body's like, what do we do with this energy? How do we do this energy? How do we move this energy? And you're like, oh, I'm supposed to be quiet. I'm supposed to be like calm. I'm supposed to be like, perfect or whatever it is. And, people say to me, Katherine, you make so many faces when you're talking because it's like, that is the energy. That is the expression. Right? So what gift? Oh, it's really funny watching me afterwards, right? Because I'm live and then I can see it. So, what gift do you have? Have you always had that can't be labeled, that can't be explained, that can't be put into a box, that can't be put into a bottle, and you've been suppressing it or waiting for other people to acknowledge it so that then you can be it? Is that exhausting or what? Right? It's exhausting. And so, what I would say is, what gift are you? What gift can you be? What is this energy that wants to come out that if you didn't label it or judge it or need to name it and you just witnessed it, could gift you the change, the energy, the miracles that you've always been asking for? I feel like I've got fluff balls going on here, you guys. I feel like a fluff ball. So, wow. Yes. Alina says, I nearly fell under the chair with this. I know, my friends. And so you're not anxiety ridden. Yes, it may be showing up as anxiety, but what's the gift in the anxiety? What's the potency? What's the suppression that is actually information for you to use? And here's what I was going to say, and I got distracted by my own craziness, is that oftentimes we're trying to figure it out. Oftentimes, we're trying to have other people acknowledge this energy or label this energy or verify this energy for us. But the thing is, you can't have anyone else verify it for you. You have to be willing to be it before anyone else can see it. I'm going to say that again. You have to be willing to be it before anyone else can see it. Oh, baby. One more time. You have to be willing to be it before anyone else can see it. Woo, baby. Right? But most of us get confused about this potency. And so we want other people to acknowledge it before we show up as it, because we're like, wait a second, am I crazy? Oh my gosh, I feel insane. Oh, I love it. Haley says, thank you so much for this, Catherine. That just blew my mind. You're so awesome. Thank you. I am awesome. I'm coming to London. Am I going to see you in London, October 9th through the 13th? I can't wait. So, but here's the thing, you guys, is if you need someone else to verify or like validate what you feel like is insane, that's actually your potency that can't be put to words, that can't be labeled. It just is. I was just interviewed by this woman who's doing this amazing challenge. She actually it's a good friend of mine. Her name's Carla White. You guys should check her out. She started the gratitude app, and this was like, I downloaded the first version of the gratitude app probably when it first came out, and we just became friends, I would say, in the last few months. And she interviewed me about my intuition and about my gifts and about my psychic capacities, and I was like explaining my story, and as these words are coming out, I'm like, nobody, like, it was so confusing as a teenager to be psychic and have all these gifts and have all this information coming through me, and I'm raised and born and bred in an Irish Catholic family that doesn't believe in psychics. They don't believe in past lives. And here I am, like, shaking hands with people in church or relatives or my teachers, and I'm getting these like insane downloads and these insane visuals of like tomahawks and Indian headdresses and like the pyramids. And I was basically put on antidepressants and told I was crazy. I mean, I am crazy, but I'm crazy aware. And most of you listening to this are crazy freaking aware, and you're trying to make sense of it by talking about it and going, all right, can somebody else give me this information? Because I'm crazy aware. It's like, no one else can validate it. You have to believe it first. You have to embody it. You have to allow it to come through you, and you have to allow it to be. And that, my friends, is the difference. Anxiety or suppressed potency. Don't go looking for other people to validate what you think is crazy, right? Just allow yourself to acknowledge that what you're like, what's coming through you is information, and you're not insane. You're not wrong. You're just freaking aware. And I'm going to give a little plug for this we're freaking aware, and especially women when they're going through their hormonal cycle. So depending on where you are on your menstrual cycle, if you're just about to start it as a teenager, or if you're on the other side of it and going through menopause, a lot of women start to freak out, because what happens is your hormones amplify, and the hormones amplify your awareness, right? And so, like, PMS is not premenopausal symptoms. PMS is awareness, right? And it's suppressed awareness that you don't know what to do with. So, what if you allowed all of the energy and all of the information to come out? And what if you started to acknowledge that you have a gift, you have an awareness, you have an energy, you have an amazing capacity? Yeah. And you're not wrong, and you're not screwed up, and there's nothing wrong with you. But how do you get it out? Everybody's going to be different. How I get it out is I usually go mountain biking, or I go running. I get out in nature, right? Sometimes walking, but walking doesn't always do it. So I need to do more physical, like I need to sweat and grunt and work hard, because that's the way that I access the suppressed potency. And so for each of you, it's going to be different. I know access bars and getting your bars run definitely helps, but moving your body in some way, getting out your aggression, maybe kickboxing, maybe going to yoga, maybe like taking a bath, maybe going out for a night of dancing and drinking tequila. Like there's so many different ways that you can let this out. You just have to be willing to tap into the possibility without needing to label it. I'm going to say that again. You just need to tap into the possibility, tap into the energy without needing to label it. So, my dear friends, anxiety or suppressed potency, you choose. And if you're feeling like you've got anxiety, what I would invite you to do is ask a question is, and I love Ashley, thank you for the question, is what is the energy underneath it? Beth says, thank you. You are so welcome. And as always, my go-to when I can't fix it via exercise or mountain biking or nature is I get my bars run. So my friends, go get your bars run, see what you create. I freaking adore you. You're amazing. And as an aside, I'm doing a challenge called Ditch the Judgments, 15 days of getting rid of judgments, 15 days of magic Facebook Lives in a private group, 15 days of videos and audio. It's only $97 and we're giving away free $3,000 worth of product and PDFs and downloads and worksheets. And so if you want to come play, I'll put the link in the chat. I highly recommend doing it. The doors close to this challenge Sunday night at midnight. So that means it's Friday. We got 2 more days. So if you want to come join, if you know somebody in your life who could use a little magic and wants to come play, highly recommend it. Okay. So Ditch the Judgments challenge. We're typing it in the chat. There it is. I'll put the link also. Yeah, baby. Great awarenesses as always. I know. Paula says, see you on the challenge. I love it. So if you know anyone, you guys, only $97. I'm pulling out all the stops. I highly recommend it. It's got some really cool stuff. It also has stuff I've never before shared, like ever. It's going to be freaking amazing. Paula says, don't miss out. Well, you could miss out. It's okay. It's just a choice. But I want you to know it's available if you want to come play. We start Monday, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So in Europe, it would be 9 p.m. Central Eastern or Central European Time. And there'll be Facebook Lives, recordings, videos, audios, PDFs, worksheets. It's going to be freaking amazing. So all you need is you, your willingness, your body, and a mirror. Oh, baby. Yes, I said a mirror, because we're going to ditch the judgments in a totally unorthodox way. So my friends, thank you for joining me. If this conversation contributed to you, please feel free to share it. Please press the share. The more you share, the more people watch, the more we get the message out there, because here's the deal. Is people do not need to be living in anxiety. They need to be educated that they're far more potent, far more aware, and far more magical than anyone's ever told them. So if you want to join the challenge, see you guys. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to share, and we will see you on the other side. Go out and be awesome. And that's it. Bye for now, my friends. Thank you for watching.